What's going on, guys? Jordan here, coming back at you again with another episode of Beer Views. Tonight we're going to be doing a beer from the Kona Brewing Company, and that is going to be the Longboard Island Lager. I picked this up for $8.98 at Walmart for a 6-pack of 12 fluid ounce bottles. This is coming in at 4.6% ABV, and on the back it says brewed by Kona Brewing Company, Fort Collins, Colorado, Portland, Oregon, and Port Smith, New Hampshire. So they have 3 different breweries apparently. I can't remember exactly where they're originally from. It might be Colorado, but don't quote me on that. But I saw this. I thought it looked interesting. I've had the Big Wave by Kona. I've had the Golden Ale. Now I still am not completely sure if those are those two beers are the same, and maybe they just changed the name. If anybody knows that information, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, because I literally do not know. But these are really cool bottles, more kind of like a classic old school bottle. It's got some etching right there in the glass. You can kind of see, well, oh wow. Actually, on the back, you actually see the state of Hawaii. It's etched, oh, and on the front. And it says Liquid Aloha. So, we're going to crack into this and see what we got tonight. I'm going to go ahead and pour it up. Try not to damage the bottle cap too much. Oh, wow. Almost can't get a grip on it. Oh, it actually came off quite nice. A little bit of a nick there on the top, but we'll work with it. All right, let's pour it up. So we got a nice, typical golden lager-esque appearance. About 1.25 fingers head on it. Looks like a decent amount of carbonation. Let's go ahead and get a nose on it. It's got like a sweet malty aroma to it. It's actually got quite a nice smell on it. It definitely smells a lot like your typical American adjunct lager. It just has a little bit more sweetness, more malty type aromas on it. It smells pretty good. So, with that being said, let's dive in. Cheers. Wow. That's got it's a sweet, almost like a little bit of a vanilla undertone to it. It's got a little bit of a bitterness to it that kind of complements the sweetness. It's not overly bitter or anything of that nature. It's just, it's got flavor. It's got a nice body to it as well. It's about a medium body. It's almost got kind of like a, I don't know, it's not necessarily, like when I say, I'm about to say spicy, but when I say that, I don't mean in like a heat or pepper kind of way. I kind of mean like in a clove, a nutmeg type deal like that. That's kind of the flavors that I'm getting. It's a little bit like a vanilla undertone with a little bit of like nutmeg, clove, but not overly powering. But with all that being said, it's very smooth and easy drinking. It's got a good flavor to it. I think this is a pretty solid beer for what it is. Island Lager. It's definitely a lager. It's got the classic lager flavor to it. Try to get the bottle cap back on the bottle. That, well, it's kind of crooked, but I'll have to fix that later. Excuse me. But I really like how the label on the bottle is not just a regular old label. You can kind of see the mountains popping off there. That's pretty cool. It's actually one of the things that made me buy it, is it had such a nice bottle design. But yeah, 4.6% calories. If anybody cares about calories, there's 134 calories per 12 fluid ounce. Let's go for another sip. That's got a really solid flavor to it. It's not anything that's going to be over bitter, overly sweet. It's just everything kind of complements it. Like I said, you get the vanilla undertone, a little bit of clove or nutmeg or some type of spice that I can't really quite put my finger on. Maybe it's more of a nutmeg, something like that, but it's not. Maybe a little nutty, actually, now that I'm like that it's kind of sitting on my palate. But overall, I think it's a very well-made lager. It has excellent flavors to it. It's not something that's too watery or something that's, very light. But it's got about a medium body to it. So it's not anything that's overly heavy as well, or overly heavy or anything like that. So I think that I made the right choice by picking this up. There was some lacing, a little bit of lacing there, but it kind of goes away after a little bit. But overall, I think this is a pretty solid beer. Let's go ahead and get into a rating. I'm going to go ahead and probably hit this with I think I'll hit it with a solid 9 out of 10. I mean, I think it's good enough. It's got a good price on it. It's got a good ABV, 4.6. I would probably definitely pick this up again. I actually think that maybe I'll have to do a beer battle in the future, but I think I prefer this over the Golden Ale. So, that's saying something because I really enjoyed that beer. And if it is a different beer, the Big Wave. So far, this is my favorite beer that I've had from the Kona Brewing Company. But yeah, I love the bottle. That's definitely going to be going into my collection. I'm trying to stop myself from collecting everything that I buy, but I say that every time, and I end up saving the can or the bottle. So I'll just put that over there on my beer fridge, and yet another beer bottle is collected. But 9 out of 10 from me here at Beer Views. If you guys have tried this beer, leave it. If you guys have tried this beer, leave it. If you guys have tried this beer, leave me a comment below telling me what you guys thought of it. If you guys have any suggestions on anything that you would like me to try in the future, be sure to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try to find it and give it a review. As always, until next time, cheers. Thanks for watching.